All right, everybody. So there comes a time when you're just fed up with certain things, right? Like you're just like, I'm tired of being like this or whatever, tired of not being thin enough, tired of not being someone that people, really respect and all that. And in general, it's not like a huge deal. Like everybody gets treated badly, everybody deals with all these things. Like even if a celebrity is at some point, a lot of celebrities get treated the royal treatment and stuff like that. But if they were just left alone in the middle of like a, a busy street, they would get the same kind of treatment, right, as everybody else, right? Because they have protection, they have security, they have all these things. They have money that they could buy people that show them kind of like good treatment 24/7. They have all that, right? And regular people have to just deal with, if you're chubby, you get a rude comment about being overweight. If you're thin, you might be called sick or a druggie, or if you're whatever, all these things that you get called based on who you are as a person, and you might get called names or whatever, or you might be, if you're in a busy street, you get bumped into, even if, like Madonna was saying, like she was bumped into by people a lot when she was when she was like not with people that were protecting her, right? You just see a person, you got to get by, you just go by, right? And that's normal, right? Like if it's really crowded, that's what you do, but it's not a huge deal. Like nobody really thinks of it really, but a lot of celebrities have their way with things because they're in a position of power and they have things going on and they can do whatever they want, right? But they have people that they pay to be like that, right? Like those people weren't there to be paid, they might not care, right? But in general, um, we have to remember that every person is a person and they have weaknesses and strengths and all this. And when you are someone that is just a person, you have to deal with ups and downs of everything, right? So whatever the situation may be, so you're not immune to things if you're a celebrity, but it does help, right? To be treated a certain way. Um, but in general, we can get that kind of treatment if we just demand it in our actions and the way we are, right? Like I know for me, I know that a lot of people can be intimidated by me. Oh yeah, I don't. Well, so what I was trying to get at is you get fed up with certain things, right? Like people might say to you, "Oh, I like your face, but I don't like your body," or they say, "I like this about you, but I don't like that," or they say this and that, and you just get so fed up because you're like, well, why can't you like everything? Why can't you this? Why can't you that? Why can't you give the benefit of the doubt and all that, right? And that goes for everybody. Everybody deals with these same things. So you're just like, I'm gonna lose the weight. I'm gonna get better at what I'm doing. I'm gonna really focus because at the end of the day, you're like just so fed up with all that, right? You don't need people telling you that you don't belong or that you need this in order to be successful or you need that, right? Just like if you're someone in school, I have 2 degrees too, but someone in school might be like, you never finish being a med student, let's say. I'm not a med student, but they say someone, you're never finishing being a med student. They just hurry up and finish because they're like fed up, right? And a lot of times the people that say these things are people that don't really go and get anything themselves, right? No one's going to say anything. Anybody that's worse than you is going to say something negative. Nobody that's better than you is going to say something negative, right? Because people that are better than you are getting the same treatment and they know they're better. They're doing not better. No one's better or worse, but they're doing more than the other person that's criticizing them, right? So in general, we really have to remember that, um, we can do whatever we want because we know that people judge constantly. It's a typical thing. It's not something that you can really avoid, right? But in order to achieve success, you really have to just ignore the people that say things because those are people that are always doing worse, right? Everybody that's doing worse is going to say something always. Not everyone's like that, but most of the time it's going to be somebody that's doing worse. It's always going to be someone that's doing worse or doing less or whatever. It's never going to be someone that's achieving more. Why would they say something, right? They're happy for you, right? Because you're catching up to them, right? But usually when you're doing better than someone, they get upset, right? Anyway, thank you. And not everybody, right? Anyway, thank you. Bye now. Au revoir. Bye, dolls. Get over. Bye. Tack så.